to marinate chicken for 30 days is
30
what you're
days.
saying.
Yes, 30
You
days.
put it inside the sauce and then you keep it in the fridge.
No
Inside
sauce.
red
That,
wine.
the wine we are drinking here, marinate, just keep it there.
What does it do to it? Does it get you drunk after?
Big T, big T, big T. Big T, big T, big T. Big T, big T, big T. Big T, big T, big T.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone, every gender, every race, to the Big Talk podcast where we talk about the story of the African youth and everything that's relevant in pop culture and African culture. I am your host with the
You
most,
did
with
rap.
the Holy Ghost.
You did rap.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And today we have Chef Abba and his manager who goes by
Shadrach.
I'm so
Shadrach
sorry, like
Nathan.
my naming, my head they touch sometimes when it comes to names.
We are away.
Yeah, and as his title goes, Chef Abba, so it's obvious that he's a chef.
Welcome, Chef Abba.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So please tell us.
My always first question to guests is, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Wonderful,
Nathan?
wonderful.
How's life treating you?
November's been a tacky one, but we're holding up.
Okay.
Are we present?
Yeah,
Yes,
much
we
more
are.
presents, yeah.
They're all good.
So, Chef
There's
Abba,
something here. Yeah, good.
please tell us about your brand.
Okay. Back to the beginning again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll it back.
Let's go from the beginning.
So, okay, I think I'll remix the story this time.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
No
Yeah.
problem. So,
Just in case, we tried this before and we're not, our audio.
Our audio wasn't
Technical
recording,
things
so
went
this
up.
is a retake
So
of
this
the
is a
first
retake.
10 minutes.
so how should I? So I always wanted to be a chef since secondary school.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my dad and my mom was in support of it. My dad was not in support of it. My father felt I was unserious and said I'm not serious saying I want to be a chef.
Yeah.
So I took up the challenge and I showed my seriousness. Then he decided to take me to Portsmouth, where I did my catering for 8 years in the UK. So I did catering level 1, level 2, and then switched courses to BTEC hospitality and catering level 1, level 2. Then I did work experience for 3 years. That's how I got the all bodied up to 8 years, and then I came back to Nigeria to decide to open my own space and my own place after getting all the knowledge I needed to get from there and experience.
People study culinary for 8 years. I thought that was just medicine.
It just blew my mind.
It's a graph.
Like, my mind is completely blown.
It's a craft.
What did you, like, I have so many questions. So you mean, okay, so your whole university life, that was what you
I
studied?
think it was
like?
university. That was basically my whole life.
Really?
Yes.
From start to finish, culinary school?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go to university because university was my kind of thing, and I wasn't smart enough for it.
Oh,
Right, respect that. Wait, what did your parents? Okay, you say your dad.
My dad was against it the first
Yeah,
time, but he
against
came around eventually.
How were you able to convince him as a typical African parent? Imagine just saying, I don't want to go to school, I just want to go and learn how to cook. How were you able to?
My uncle came to the house and spoke to him. Well, actually, the way this happened was very funny because I had a breakup in church. So he was boning me and stuff. So my uncle thought that something happened and stuff. He just came and said, your daddy said you're not going to UK this, and I said, I'll come to the house of mom and talk to her. I said, yes, no problem, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So you don't know what the breakup that was making me bony, but then he came and just assumed that, so that's how he went.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
You had a breakup
Yes, in church. One day decided to
In church.
In church?
She said you in church.
She said me in church.
Bro, wait.
Like,
Wait. This relationship was going on in church.
Yes,
I'm
in
kind
church.
of curious. So you would go to church to see your girlfriend?
Yes, now I was motivated to go to church now.
I'm telling you, I agree with that. Anything that takes you to church just is motivation. The Holy
Motivated to go to
Spirit
church.
can enter you from
it happens a lot. It happens with this motivation when you have like a gym crush or something crush that helps you go somewhere. I feel like a win is a win at the end of the day. You're there, you're listening.
So as they misinterpreted it, I was like, okay, no problem. Yes, that was it, sir. So he came to the house, spoke to the next day. I heard I was going to. Next 2 days, I heard I was going to Portsmouth. So that's how it. That's how I ended up in Portsmouth.
So they thought you
So
were moody.
after the breakup, I was like, yes.
Mad. Like every disappointment, there's a blessing in it. You just have to
Exactly,
find
that's
it.
such a lesson.
True.
So yes.
Mad. So then you went to pursue
My
learn
dreams and
catering, right?
yeah.
That's the course for 8 years. It's mad, and you say it's a craft. So I imagine there is like learning how to serve a dish, like this kind of like serve you one leaf and one drop of thing and all this type.
Easier said than done.
Can you imagine? Like, so I will sound super ignorant if I'm talking about you. You never know the depth to what you're
Exactly.
So
that is craft.
I'm super curious. Yeah. All these like super rich people food where you just like one leaf and one drop of sauce and like one.
He said one drop of sauce.
Yeah, then they slide it, then they splash
it's craft. It takes time. It's not as easy as you think. I can just do like this.
What makes it super? Is it the craft of the presentation?
No, the plating is not as easy. That's the plating you're talking about. The plating is not as easy as you think. Some people have the creativity for plating. For somebody like me, I don't really have the creativity for plating, but I can plate when it's time for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to cooking. No, when it comes to the cooking, yes, but the plating, that's where I have slight issue, but I can still do it.
Okay.
But only when it's necessary. When I feel it's necessary. But in some cases, it's like when you're shoot for all of this food photography, that's when it's very necessary. You have to bring out all these stuff for those kind of things and stuff.
So what makes it expensive though? Why do you think those like?
Because they went years to train for such. You don't just come and put 15 naira on it and say you want to just...
Exactly, you're paying for experience, right? You're paying for experience and quality as well. Okay. Because sometimes it's not about the quantity, but the quality of the food.
It's the quality of food that comes. Like all these restaurants in Abuja that used to come and just put a pile of rice on top of it. Exactly. That's what they are selling you. So I understand.
Chinese food.
Exactly. That's what they are selling. If you want to come to our own place offers experience, and that's if you want experience.
Exactly.
So it's not as if we just go around. But then again, selling it to Nigerians, they used to be like, you're looking at you one eye. How you want to just take our money? You take your money and still enjoy yourself now.
Exactly. At the end of the day. So how did you guys meet?
Okay,
it's your question.
Okay, it's my question. So I met this wonderful man in a farm, Alma Farms.
Okay.
He came for this outdoor cooking experience thingy. Yeah. So I was just doing my job there as ecology manager and customer relations officer. And I saw someone from afar off going to the bush to pluck some leaves.
Wow.
He went to the greenhouse tent to get some fresh veggies, and he was doing this outdoor cooking scene. And I was like, mad. I've always had this mental picture of doing a food show, right?
Okay.
So when I saw him doing this stuff from afar off, I was like, man. I went with some of my colleagues. My colleague were capturing the pictures and videos for him. So I was like, hey, what are you cooking and stuff? So I was seeing stuff I've never seen before. So I was like, I didn't care about it. What I cared about was to eat and taste the food at first. So he did the first part of the food. It was rice with this saucy thing, and there was chicken in it. You didn't see like 4 men were struggling with our spoons in it, man. It was mad.
What was your first impression when you tried this?
Man. So he was trying to get a review on how the test was. Mm-hmm. There were like 4 hungry men trying to eat the food. So everyone's review was like, guys, this is out of this world.
It's out of this world. Mad.
But when you're hungry, everything tastes great.
But then I'm sure if you studied it for 8 years, there must be a finesse to it too.
Definitely.
It's not about a finesse. I'm still so person till now. He still knows that if you give me a review like that, I don't say accept. So it's not.
So trying the food and all, and I was like, there was just this inspiration. I'm a food enthusiast in quotes. Yeah. I like food and all, and I was like, okay, I follow Food Network.
Man is emphasizing.
No emphasis. And I was like, okay, this guy's a chef. He does stuff like this. So we just started talking, and obviously he likes Food Network too. I'm like, you know what? There's no Food Network show in Nigeria. Although there've been some kind of food shows, but at the level at which Food Network does theirs, there's no such thing. So we just got talking. I'm like, you know what? Let's meet up one of these days, get to talk about and see how we can create something around that nature. So one thing led to another. Here we are managing
Chop
Life by Chef Abba.
At the end of the day, it's going to lead to the TV stuff, but for now, let us grow.
So there's the TV side of things.
Yes, the reality show of the business. So
are you guys going to do a cooking show?
Of course. We're looking forward to it. One of our objectives to have a cooking show, reality cook show, something like that.
Yeah, like there's this chef something that is very harsh. I've seen there's this guy,
Iron Chef, Master Chef.
The guy who is like, man, who would
what's his name again?
Very
Chef Ramsay.
Yeah, when you say you don't take compliments like your food is out of this world.
Exactly.
That was what came to my mind. I was like,
it's like what is making it out of this world?
Exactly.
Say your mind.
Are they very harsh when they are criticizing you guys in school?
No, chefs are not like that. But funny enough, Gordon Ramsay is my inspiration.
Mentor,
So I like the guy for his honesty. He does not joke around with anybody. Yeah. But then again, for me, I just feel like if I know my food is good, like I know my food is good. If I know my food is good, if that makes any sense to you. But then again, if somebody tells me that my food is good, it's kind of shaky. Yeah. So I don't, until when I know that I've done it again, I'm like, okay, yes, then the food is good. I'm like, okay, I accept the food is good.
Okay. So what's the system like? Do you do private dinings, events, weddings? What do you do? Like, or do you have a restaurant? What is it now?
We do all, even
everything.
If you are small.
I remember he did a private dining for my sister and her husband. Your sister. Oh, wow, okay. I think for
7 dishes in 6 hours. Yes.
Yeah.
So your sister was in shock. Your sister left me standing. She came back. Sister was standing.
Yeah.
Your sister was in shock.
She was like, "How are you still on your feet for that long?" He was standing and cooking for about 6 hours, right?
From 12 to 6. Yes, that's when I was roughly about.
Bro. Were they your first clients?
They were my first private.
Wait, I did not know of private dining.
Dining client, yeah, my first.
What is that? What is
okay,
that?
Let him explain.
That means it's basically exclusive. Let me just say, you come in for a private dining. He send you a questionnaire to let you know how the private dining is going to be, and then you tell us how exactly you want it to be, or how we follow a specific timetable to eat, so we can give you the experience you want, so that I make sure that I get the food exactly how you want it.
Yeah, I think what he's asking is what a private dining is. It's when you as an individual call a chef maybe to your house or a place privately for him to cook for you. Do you get what that means? It's like maybe you and your spouse are just in your house and you invite a chef over. Exactly.
But then again,
bring it to you.
It's not just that. Like that one is direct explanation. That one, the other one is that you need, obviously, if I'm inviting me to your house, you want it to be split how you want it to be.
Exactly.
You don't want it to be like, oh, I just come and do and then just. Yeah, that was the first mistake I made with your sister. But then again, they liked it because they did not ask any too much questions. But then again, the next one we did, which was when he came on board, that was when we got the questionnaires and everything. So we were able to get the specifics to how they want. Like even the last minute that I just found out that the guy did not like mashed potatoes, so I had to turn mashed potatoes into chips.
Yeah.
So I had to go and reverse my cooking again.
Yeah.
So lucky enough, my mashed potatoes that I had on the.
You fried them like a
No, the mashed potatoes, the potato already. I did not like smash it already, so it was already. So I just diced it and then just put cornstarch on it, then just fried it to give it that crisp.
So you like mashed potatoes turned to chips.
Yes,
like you have to mold it back.
Exactly. No, but lucky enough, I did not mash it, so I knew that I was safe for that. So I just did that. So I just did the ladies one, and I just did the guys, and I just set it out immediately.
Okay.
Then I told them that it might take this long time because they did not give me the specific, so I was able to cover it on time. And then
so when you sent it out, did you have like people working with you that would?
Yeah, yes. We had a few people. We had like 3 people down there.
In my own words, I would say we had the full team for that private dining. Yes. So that private dining was specific for just a couple. It was a 3-course meal, the appetizer, entree, and then dessert. The whole process was done in a very small kitchen that we didn't foresee, but we made the whole thing happen, and it was an experience.
And it's a one-day thing.
So the private dining, in quote, from the business perspective, let me answer your question. So private dining, practically, for example, let's say you have your, wedding anniversary coming up, or you want to engage your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah, I had to say that. So you had so you want to engage to either your boyfriend or you want to engage to your girlfriend, and you reach out to us that you want this special catering experience. So basically, it's categorized under private dining. So we'll get to profile you and what you want and what you desire for that event. Then prepare a meal suit for that kind of event. It could be a 2-course meal, a 3-course meal, a 5-course, 7-course meal. Narrow down to the experience you want. You get it, right?
Yeah,
exactly. So that it goes down to the taste of the food, the look of the food, the style of the food.
How would you understand what I love?
So basically, the questionnaire. So the quality of my question will determine how the output of the dish would be. So take for example, me, I don't eat pepper. I don't eat peppery food and stuff. So if I would send the questionnaire to you. Do you like your food hot?
You actually
spicy?
Don't like pepper?
Yeah, I don't like pepper, man. I don't like pepper at all.
I don't think you're really a foodie then. It's debatable.
No, true. We'll start the fight over that.
Because you have to go all out.
No. That's why I say I'm a type of foodie in quotes. If you notice what I mentioned there, but that's by the way.
Yeah.
So would send out the profile. The questionnaire would profile your test buds, your test for food, and a whole lot of very little parameters that will determine how well will come out with what you would like. So basically, that's it.
Sounds cool. How about like how do people? What is the cost for this service?
Okay, so now you know this thing about putting your price out there.
Yeah.
So because it's an exclusive service we offer, we have a base price for the private dining specifically. Let me roll back the tape and just give a breakdown of the product and services we offer. So Chef Abba INC is a mini hospitality company. Yes, that offers a range of services from catering service to housing to outdoor experience. So the Chop Life by Chef Abba is the catering arm of the business.
Okay.
It's the food arm of the business, yes. So there's the takeout arm under Chop Life by Chef Abba, there's the private dining, and then there's exclusive services, right? So your question again? The base price, right? Price, exactly.
I believe the private dining is what it's called, right?
Yes,
does
private
it fall under
dining.
Private?
Yes, it's very much private. It falls under the exclusive services.
Exclusive, pardon. Yeah.
It's an exclusive service, and I was talking about how you can't just put a price out there for certain exclusive services. I don't know if you get. So it's it's the price. The price for a private dining is based on the profile of the customer. You get, but we have a base price. Let's say, take for example, a basic 2-course meal would run at least 250K for a 2-course meal for a couple.
Yeah.
Yes, but under that we have various packages. But when you, let's say you make an inquiry, you want to have a private dining for a family of 4, then we would get to profile what you want exactly, send you the questionnaire, then give you a bill based on your preference.
Like a course.
That's wild.
Okay.
Like I don't know. It's very enlightening to me, and it's very interesting.
What's your favorite dish to prepare and least favorite as well? I'm so curious.
That's a difficult question to prepare.
Yeah.
That I've not yet done since in a while is my what is it again? It's my lasagna.
Okay.
Which I've not done for
That's your favorite.
Why haven't you done it for a long time?
I don't know.
The demand is low, or
no? The demand is actually high for it.
Okay, but
I've not just decided to do it because it's my baby. It took me 8 years to learn.
8 years to learn how to make a lasagna.
Perfect.
Are
one.
you?
Wait, do you make the pasta?
No. It took me from beginning of school to ending of school before I finally got it.
So like
it took me the beginning.
the guys bamboo.
The beginning of school, like when I entered school, and I started eating lasagna from UK. It took me from the beginning of that school time.
What made it so difficult, or what made it that long?
Sometimes I used to like the crust is to the plastic when you get the sachets and stuff, the pasta.
Yeah.
So the plastic or the heat from the oven used to make it crispy and stuff. So so many factors went into it.
You want to get the perfect lasagna.
I want to get the perfect. I don't want to get the good lasagna. I want to get the perfect lasagna.
So now, after all these years, it's now.
Yeah, I've gotten it. It was my last year when I was leaving that. Obviously, I knew that I needed to use 3 cheese, and then I needed to add water to the base so that it cooks from under as well. So not just cooks from top. And so many other factors I went. So I needed so my 3 cheese and then my mozzarella. Tesco now in UK, right?
Yeah. So God.
Yeah, Tesco. so those 50 those 50p cheese. Those one I open and water comes out. Mozzarella, it's fresh mozzarella.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't buy a lot of cheese.
Okay, so it's part of my factor because I use cheddar, I use fresh mozzarella, and I use parmesan. So that's the 3 cheese that went into it.
Okay, it's like the white one.
Yeah, the white one. So I cut it slice. So it drips. Like when you cut it drips and pools.
People like us that learn how to cook on YouTube in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
People are going to school for 8 years to learn how to make a lasagna. That is wild. That's
funny enough, I did not learn it in school. School. I even got to a point that I even stopped when I was in my internship. I stopped going to school.
Yeah.
So where did you learn it?
I started doing this in my place. So I started to cook.
Just experimenting.
Every day.
So when you cook Indomie,
I don't just cook Indomie.
Oh, he said when you cook Indomie, let us know.
What do you
I don't just cook Indomie. Indomie has to be precise.
Do you like stir fry it, saute, all those caramelized things?
Because me, I need my, like if I'm going hard, bell pepper, you understand, onions.
No, if I'm going to cook Indomie, like when I came back to Nigeria, I started cooking my stuff and everything. What is it taking? The first food I think one of the first food I actually gave out was Indomie. But then again, Indomie was like ramen. If you heard of
Okay,
ramen.
yes.
It was that similar, so that's how I turned my Indomie
Wait,
to
you make Indomie ramen style?
Yeah, I can do Indomie ramen stuff.
Like with the soup and everything, beef.
Basically, yes. You have to. The stock has to be cooked for
Martin.
48 hours. But then again, it depends on how far you go.
Yo, you know what? Like I have to bring this up. No, chill. I have to bring this up before we.
Let's not.
wait.
Okay.
Before we started, like we spoke a little bit, and I asked you like, what is the craziest thing you made? I don't know.
Yes,
but
please.
you spoke about marinating chicken.
Yeah, chicken wings in red wine
for how long?
31 days.
31 days.
4 weeks.
To make what?
To marinate chicken for 30 days is
30
what you're
days.
saying.
Yes, 30
You
days.
put it inside the sauce and then you keep it in the
no
fridge.
sauce. No
Inside
sauce.
red wine.
The wine we are drinking here, marinate, just keep it there.
What does it do to it? Does it get you drunk after you eat it? Like, what does
you
it?
drunk?
Huh?
When you finish eating, will you be drunk?
No, and then
I feel like we sound so ignorant.
No.
That would be
Then
mad.
again, the sauce. So the same sauce that I use for the chicken wings and stuff.
Yeah.
The wine that you see, you also use it. I also use it, and then I cook it, and so I make it into a syrup. So after that syrup is made, then I season the chicken wings, and then I put it in a smoker.
So if I want this service, I have to book you a month before.
Yes, before
So
that.
you can start
What is it
marinating the
called?
chicken.
Huh? What
What's
is
it
that
called?
dish
It's red wine chicken wings. That's all.
Sorry?
Chicken wings.
Yes.
What's the name?
So it's not. It's red wine smoked chicken wings, but then it depends because I had to do 3. What is it taking 3 of it? So there's one for 2 weeks, there's one for a month, and then there's one for a day.
I'm asking too many questions, but what
No.
does it do?
What
Is
does
it for
it
the
do?
flavor?
This guy had one year. He's like,
This one can even talking. What does it do to the chicken?
It just enhances the chicken wings. You basically just when you're eating wine, but wine in wings.
This is why
It's
people
very
charge
interesting,
1 million
very
naira.
interesting, because 30 days. I want
But
to know
then
if the
again,
wings
what
will
the-
spoil, but
yeah.
wine appreciates with like time.
Exactly.
So it's like
not everybody
That's a
gets
mad
that.
thing.
Not everybody
So
gets
it's
that.
like-
You
So
people are onto something.
it's like a preservative for the chicken.
yeah,
and
that's
flavor
why you
and
use wine and brandy for all these things for cakes and stuff. That's so basic.
I think
Mad.
that's why a lot of these things are very costly. I saw a set menu of some chef doing something 2,000 naira $2,000, and I was like 2,000. How much is $2,000 right now?
like 1 million, 1 million,
Yeah, 1 million.
plus.
So this is why you people charge a hand and arm and leg for food. Wow.
Like, seafood and stuff. There's so many stuff I want to talk about, but we have to wrap up now. For technical piece.
But then he mentioned an event. You guys mentioned an event that was
yes. So
coming up.
part of our exclusive services, we normally curate some. We use the word exotic. Exotic is our watchword. Simply exotic.
So that they can bill us.
Come on. So
Luxury.
we normally curate some type of event. Like sometime 2 weeks ago, we had a paint and sip event, an
Okay.
exclusive event. There was wine tasting, there was
Yeah.
painting, there was exotic food. It was not your average paint.
And people
sip,
just
it
got
was
drunk.
wonderful. So we normally create events like that within a calendar month, certain days in the month.
Yeah.
So we have something coming up on the 26th of November. That's on a Saturday.
Okay.
It's called Steak Out with Chef Abba. Steak out, like steak out. So
Yeah.
we're going to be having on display exotic tomahawk steak. We're going to have rib line that day. So, but there's going to be music, games, vibes, drinks. He's a drink person. There's going to be a lot of drinks. Then
Yeah.
emphasis on the exotic dishes that will be rolling out. Food like never before. It's going to blow your taste buds like mad.
Do you
Okay.
guys go into seafood? Do you do seafood?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
seafood.
Why
too.
is lobster so expensive? This is the last question. I really want to know.
Because how is lobster so expensive? Because how should I explain it? It is very expensive because it is very rare to
It's
find.
scarce. It's
It
scarce.
is the scarcity of
There's
it.
this blue lobster I found out of recently. It's like it's actually blue.
In color?
Yeah.
I think
It's
the
crazy.
name implies.
Love.
Yeah. It's
Lobster.
like literally blue. The blue, the shade of blue is mad.
Do you have anything else you'd want to add or plug in?
Basically that's it. Aside our events coming up this weekend, 26th
26th
November,
November.
Saturday.
We'll
Location.
just plug everything in.
You reach out to us on Instagram. It's exclusive. We'll
What
give
is
you
the Instagram handle?
location. At Chop Live by Chef Abba.
At Chop Live by Chef Abba. Everything about Chef Abba and Shedrack will be in the description of this video. So please check the description of this video. Thanks for liking, subscribing, following the Big Talk podcast. Today, like, I know we did not have the whole like gang, you feel me, with the camera angles and everything, but you feel me, technical piece, we are still developing the whatever. So yeah, thanks for liking, subscribing, following. If you're not subscribed, you can do that right now. Just click the button down there. It's Big Talk, the biggest podcast. Peace.
We out.